Morning, Zero Dark 30 Gains. Welcome back. I hope that you've had a great week. Mine's not been the best, and I just want to talk to you about something real this week. For those days that you're not doing the best, either physically or mentally in the gym, I had a rough mental dip to this week, but I'm still hitting it hard. Still going to the gym every single day, well, 6 days a week. And unfortunately, I did have to go and pull up some bullet points because I was trying to do this video earlier and I just wasn't doing any justice for you as my viewers. All right, so here's the first thing is even though I go 6 days a week, I have those mental days of where I just completely feel like I am failing, 100% failing. The mental image that I have of myself is a big old fatty, and I understand I am a bigger guy. For those of you that are going to troll the comments, yes, I understand. I am a bigger guy. But at the same time, it is not all fat, and I understand that it's not all fat psychologically, um, or physically, but psychologically, I also see myself as a big old fatty, and the people that are in the comments, guys, you could say whatever you want because it is not something that I haven't told myself in my head, even though I'm trying to talk up a big game to myself, even though I'm trying to push myself up, even though I'm trying to push harder. That does not mean that mental, psychological image of myself is not the big old fatty, okay? Or as my students like would say, fat back. All right, I look in the mirror and yes, I can see my progress, but at the same time, I can't. You know, I'm not seeing lots of progress, but then again, I haven't been going for 3 years where some of these guys have seen these amazing progress, and that is okay. Okay. The thing that we need to understand is when we're having those days, that's when consistency and routines are really important for us to go ahead and set. All right. I make sure to have my system set up to have push-pull legs. You can set your system up however you want, whether it is, today's we're doing all pulls, tomorrow we're doing all pushes, and the next day we're doing all legs. But having a rotation, getting some cardio in there. Me personally, I try to get at least 20 minutes of cardio a day so that way I don't have to dedicate an entire time to cardio. All right. Today I did add cardio into my workouts where I was pushing myself harder and faster. But when you do that, you also need to make sure that you are doing it at a proper weight, that you are in a system that is not going to damage you by doing that. All right. Focus on the things that you can do when you are having a downtime. Okay. I was going in late, and it was the what people would call a Herkel Durkle, and it was me with a little bit of self-loathing. And the biggest thing is just to focus on what you can do. I understand that those mental dips are going to happen. I can't necessarily stop those mental dips from happening. And I understand that you might not be able to stop the mental dips from happening on your side either. But what you can do is you can still go. You have your system set up. You're going to go at this time. This is the time you're going to go to the gym. All right? If you know you're going to have a mental dip, give yourself a window. I'm going to go between this time, and I am going to go to the gym, and I'm going to be there for an hour. I'm going to be there for 30 minutes. Okay? I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm at least going to walk on the treadmill for 15 minutes. Those mental check things are something that you can do as a routine setup for you to help push you past those times where you having those dips in the mental and the psychological portion where you are feeling like I can't do this, or what's the point of me still going to the gym? Still go to the gym. Still push yourself. I get it, but you still can push yourself. You still can put yourself there. All right? Progress is not always visible on a day-to-day basis. Showing up is a win. Going is a win. All right? and I'd like to introduce you to one of my favorite signs right here. Believe in yourself, even if no one else will. Sometimes you need to believe in yourself, even if that voice inside your head doesn't. Okay? It is a constant push, okay? We need to acknowledge that these are feelings that we have deep inside of ourselves. Okay? These are things that we've been told about ourselves. These are things that we've told ourselves multiple times. It is going to take time to break those habits, longer than it's going to take in order to create the habit to go to the gym in the first place. Stick to your habits. Develop a routine. If you develop a routine, be disciplined to that routine, and that routine in itself will change to a different form of motivation that will keep you going, will keep you pushing, will keep you moving forward. Okay? Another thing is set a goal. Back a few months ago, one of the goals that I set is I wanted to go and do a Spartan race, and I wanted to get in shape to do a Spartan race. Did I get into the best shape for the Spartan race? No. Should I have possibly been in better shape? Yes. Did I still do the Spartan race though? Absolutely. Are my blisters still healing from it? That is also true. Okay, but I still did it. I still pushed myself through and I still had that goal. I have now set a new goal where I would like to try to get to the point where I'm able to compete with powerlifting. That is the first time me telling you guys out that's where I'm at. But that is my next point, and I need to get my deadlifts up to at least 400 pounds. I need to get my squat up to at least 400 pounds before I can even think of the idea of me actually doing that. I obviously have my own issues from my disability from the military, and that is something that I'm going to have to work through. Setting a goal is a great way to develop that. I understand that some of you guys might not feel enough, okay? You're not alone in this. I understand that some of you guys might feel like there's no point to going back to the gym when you can't make it through. Yes, you can. You're able to go, you've done it, you continue to do it, okay? Lifting is not just about strength, it's about building a discipline and building a self-worth and being reliant and resilient on that. It is a building of the self-worth, okay? You don't automatically have that, and I get it. I don't have it, but I'm building to it. All right? Stay consistent, stay strong. And I'll see you guys next week.